a shockingly powerful universal law that most people ignore. There are many universal laws that people talk about every single day, but there is one powerful law that often goes unnoticed, and that is the law of assumption. It may not be as widely discussed, yet it carries a deep truth about how life really works. When you begin to understand it, you slowly realize that your reality is not something random, but something shaped from your inner world. You've probably heard this saying before, you are the creator of your reality. Many people hear it and think it's just a motivational line, but it goes much deeper than that. When you really pause and reflect on it, you start to understand that your thoughts, your beliefs, and your inner feelings are quietly influencing everything that shows up in your life. This is not just something meant to sound good or inspire you for a moment. It is a real principle about how your mind and reality are connected. Your inner world always comes first, and your outer world follows. What you believe deeply inside does not stay hidden. It slowly expresses itself in your experiences, your relationships, and your everyday life. The law of assumption teaches something very simple yet powerful. Everything you want already exists within you. It's not something you need to chase or wait for. Instead, it's something you accept as already yours. At first, this idea may feel unfamiliar, but as you begin to sit with it, it starts to feel more natural and even empowering. Many people confuse this with the law of attraction, but they are not exactly the same. While they both talk about creating your reality, their approach is different. Understanding this difference is important because it helps you choose what feels more natural to you instead of forcing yourself into something that doesn't fully resonate. The law of attraction focuses on becoming a magnet for your desires. It encourages you to raise your energy, feel positive emotions, and align yourself so that what you want is drawn toward you. It's about matching the energy of your desires so they can come into your life more easily. The law of assumption, on the other hand, takes a different approach. It tells you that you don't need to attract anything because what you want is already yours. Instead of reaching outward, you simply accept it as part of your reality. This removes the feeling of lack and replaces it with a sense of already having. This shifts you into a mindset where believing comes before seeing. Instead of waiting for proof in the outside world, you choose to believe first. And as that belief becomes stronger, your reality begins to reflect it back to you, almost like life is catching up with what you already accepted within. Both of these laws agree on one powerful truth. Your subconscious mind plays a major role in shaping your life. It is always active, always listening, and always absorbing what you repeatedly think and feel. Over time, these repeated thoughts become beliefs, and those beliefs begin to shape your experiences. That is why healing becomes such an important part of the process. Healing is not about pretending your past didn't happen. It's about releasing the emotional weight that keeps you stuck. When you let go of old patterns, you create space for new beliefs that support the life you truly want. Everything you see around you, including people, events, and situations, is not random. It is a reflection of what is happening inside your mind. Your thoughts and beliefs act like a blueprint, and your external world follows that design. When you understand this, you begin to see your life in a much more aware way. Think about the people you meet in your daily life. Some of them may annoy you, while others inspire and uplift you. These reactions are not random. They are connected to something deeper inside you, showing you parts of yourself that you may not always notice. Every interaction acts like a mirror. When you start observing your reactions, you begin to notice patterns. You realize that what you feel about others often reflects something within you, whether it is something you accept or something you resist. The people who irritate you often reflect traits you may not like in yourself, even if you are not fully aware of it yet. These moments can feel uncomfortable, but they are actually very powerful. Instead of reacting instantly, you can pause and look deeper. Ask yourself what this situation is showing you. When you become aware of these patterns, you begin to grow, and slowly those triggers start losing their power over you. On the other side, the people who inspire you are showing you something beautiful about yourself. They reflect qualities that already exist within you, or qualities that are ready to grow. When you admire someone, it's not random. It means you recognize something familiar in them. Instead of placing them above you, you can start seeing them as a reminder of your own potential and what you are capable of becoming. In this way, everyone becomes a messenger in your life. No one enters your experience by accident. Each person brings a lesson, a reflection, or a reminder that helps you understand yourself more deeply. When you start seeing life like this, you stop blaming others and begin to take more awareness of your inner world, which is where real change actually begins. Your mind works like a movie editor, constantly shaping your life scene by scene. Every thought you repeat, every belief you hold, and every assumption you make acts like an edit in your story. Over time, these small edits create big changes. You may not notice it instantly, but your inner dialogue is quietly deciding how your life unfolds and what kind of reality you experience. If you want to change your life, you don't need to control everything outside. Instead, you need to rewrite the script inside your mind. Your thoughts are like words on a page, and your beliefs are the story behind them. When you start changing what you tell yourself every day, your reality slowly begins to follow that new story in a natural and effortless way. Let's take a simple example. Imagine you want a promotion at work. Most people will wait, hope, or even worry about it. They keep looking outside for signs, checking if it's happening or not. This often keeps them stuck in doubt because their focus stays on what they don't have yet, instead of stepping into the feeling of already having it. Instead, the law of assumption invites you to shift your mindset. Don't wait for the promotion to happen first. Begin by assuming it is already yours. Feel it as if it has already happened. Think from that place, not toward it. This small shift changes how you carry yourself, how you think, and how you act, which naturally begins to influence your reality. It all starts with a clear intention. You decide what you want and state it simply, like, "I am promoted." This is not just repeating words, it is choosing a new belief. When you say it with meaning and consistency, you begin to plant that idea deeply into your mind, giving it space to grow and shape your reality over time. Then comes the practice of repetition. Every day, you remind yourself of this new reality, even if it doesn't feel fully real at the beginning. It might feel like you are pretending, and that's completely okay. What matters is that you keep going. With time, your mind stops resisting and starts becoming familiar with this new idea. As you continue, your subconscious mind begins to accept this idea as truth. It no longer questions it, but starts expecting it. This is where the real shift happens. Your subconscious influences your behavior, your confidence, and even the choices you make, which slowly begin to align with the reality you have been assuming. Then, almost without force, your outer world begins to reflect this inner belief. You may notice small changes at first, like new opportunities or different reactions from people. Over time, these changes grow stronger, and your reality starts aligning more clearly with what you have been assuming all along. When the result finally shows up, it doesn't feel surprising or shocking. Instead, it feels natural, like something that was always meant to happen. That's because, in your mind, it already did. You simply allowed your external reality to catch up with the belief you held consistently. This is the moment where belief turns into reality. It may seem simple, but it is very powerful. When you hold on to an assumption long enough and with enough consistency, it becomes part of your identity. And once something feels natural to you, it begins to show up in your life without struggle. Sometimes small actions can help strengthen your belief even more. This is similar to a placebo effect. When you take an action and believe it is helping your goal, your mind accepts it as proof. This makes your assumption feel more real, giving your subconscious more reason to support and move toward that desired outcome. Your mind does not always need real evidence to believe something. If you feel it strongly and repeat it often, your mind starts acting as if it is already true. This changes how you behave, how you speak, and how you respond to situations, which naturally shapes your reality in a new direction. The key to all of this is consistency. It's not about one strong moment of belief, but about small thoughts repeated every day. These repeated thoughts slowly build new patterns in your mind, and those patterns become your new normal. Over time, this is what creates lasting change in your life. Now it's your turn to use this in your own life. Start small, stay consistent, and watch how your reality begins to shift over time. If this made you think differently or helped you understand something new, drop a comment below and share your thoughts. I'd love to hear what you are choosing to assume for your life starting today.